Hello, everybody. Okay, so we're trying something new again today because that's the way I like to keep it fresh. So today we're trying to use my little, what do you call it? It's a little Galaxy tablet or whatever. Excuse me, I have to have a thing in my mouth because my throat is really bothering me today. So I'm trying something different and I kind of like the way it's looking. It's giving me a little bit broader screen because we've been having such a challenge with trying to get it so that you guys can see everything. So I hope that this is going to work. So let me know if you can't hear me or you can't see me or if something quirky is going on because it's the first time I've used the tablet and so we have to see. Pardon me, itchy nose. And make sure to say hi if you're here because I want to know who's here. So we're into November now, and I am not one of those people that, you know, jumps on the bandwagon and throws up the Christmas tree or any of that stuff because I used to be kind of Martha Stewarty, but this job is so creative that I find I'm exhausted when I get home. And so I'm not really super big into Christmas in November, but we're getting lots of people coming in the store and asking where our Christmas earrings are or what can they make, because a lot of them are doing craft shows or they're trying to get their, stuff ready for, sorry, I have to keep moving this mint around. It's driving me crazy. So they want to maybe get some Christmas presents made for their family and friends, that kind of stuff. So I thought, even though it's what is it today? Is it the 1st of November, 2nd of November? Even though it pains me to talk about Christmas this early, because we're in the craft industry, everybody sort of, you're kind of ahead of the game. So I thought, well, I guess it's kind of fair game. We won't decorate our store until December, but we have to start talking about some Christmas things. So one of the things that we do, and I'm just going to try and pick this little sucker up, is I make a little thing full of earrings. Like it's just full of Christmas earrings. And I thought at one time, oh, nobody's going to come and buy Christmas earrings from us. They want to make their own, but you'd be surprised how many of those little stinkers we sell. We sell them for $9.99. So they're pretty reasonable. We have this one dad that brings his 3 children here every year and they buy a new set of Christmas earrings for mom every Christmas, which is really cute. So they're always looking for something new. So it got me to thinking that maybe I should come up with some Christmas earrings for everybody. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've actually got 6. So we'll see how fast I can crank these little puppies out. And if I can get some, if I have a little bit of time, I'll make 6 pairs. Otherwise, I'll just make 3 or 4. So should I start with my favorite ones? Maybe I'll leave those because there's not that many people on yet. So I'll wait until a few more people are on before I start making my really favorite ones. But these are all really quick, easy, inexpensive, won't take you a lot of time, don't need a lot of materials. A lot of the products we're using are Tierra Cast because, again, I like their products. We're having a lot of people asking, they say, okay, well, Kelly does these videos, but then the product is not online. We're working on that. Colleen's actually sitting here right now. She's working, poor Colleen. That's all she's doing now is she's in the back here on the computer and she's loading up product as fast as her fingers can fly. But she has to learn how to do it first. So it takes a little bit of time. So we're going to work really hard on that. If you see this video and there's something that you really want, but it's not on our website, send us a message and we'll get it to you. We have lots of people that do phone orders and things like that, or by emails, those sort of things. So just because it's not on the website doesn't mean you can't purchase it. It maybe just is sitting in the store and not on the site yet. So make sure you at least ask us for it, okay? Because we probably have it somewhere. All right, so I'm going to tip you down and we're going to get started. So, all right. Sorry for the jiggles. Have to move the camera in a little bit closer now. All right. So yeah, you guys will be able to see. I think that's actually better because I can actually see what you guys are writing if you write anything, and you'll be able to see. Okay, so we're just using normal tools today. We've just got our chain nose pliers, our round nose pliers, and our cutters. Ooh, and I have something special. They're coming in today, but I don't have a pair to show you, but I'll show you next week. But we have some cutters that everybody's going to want to have a pair of because they're fabulous. So, you're seeing a lot of my boob in this picture, aren't you? Should I go that way? No. Oh, hi, Julie. Oh, it's good picture and sound. I'm just saying all I can see is my boobs. Maybe is that better? I like that better. You can actually see more of my mat instead of just my chest. And I can sort of, if I tip this up a little tiny bit, then I can actually read. Oh, I like this. Yeah, Julie, I switched to my my tablet. It's a whole lot better. So, okay. Got to get my wire here. So I'm just going to create a few little quick pairs of earrings. So for this first pair, I've got some 22 gauge craft wire, and I'm just going to cut about 4 inches or so. And part way up, I'm going to just do a wrapped loop. So way more, sorry, I can't read it. Way more matte than before. Yes, I think it's a much better look. I just have to remember to bring my tablet every week now, so that's not a big deal. Maybe I'll buy one for the store. Okay, so I'm going to bend away, and then I'm going to make a little wrapped loop. I don't want a really big one on earrings. I tend not to like really big wrapped loops. So all I'm going to do here is just, make my little loop there. And I have these really cute little snowflakes. I'll pop this on there, and then I'll show you. So they're these really tiny little snowflakes, and they're super cute. All right, now I'm going to take my pliers and go across that loop. And I'm going to wrap that up. And I'm going to do 3 wraps because, it's a good number. Oh, I didn't bring any bent chain nose. I guess I'll have to try and do this without. And give that a little clip. So now, just want to come in there and tuck that little burr down. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Just a little snowflake hung from a little wrapped loop. And then I'm going to simply put on, we've got some little 6mm. These are just a glass pearl. You could use Swarovski pearls or whatever you have. And then we're going to use a little crystal rondelle, and I have some nice ones in a bright cyan red. And then a little 4mm Swarovski bicone, and I've got this one in an AB finish. So that's basically what your little earring's going to look like. Now I want to make sure that my loop is going opposite to the first one because I need it to hang right to be able to get the earring in. So I'm going to bring my pliers right down on the bottom, do a little bend away, and again I'm going to make it just a small little loop. I hate loops, big loops in earrings. They don't look right, the great big huge things. I think earrings need to be a little bit more, I don't know, a little more demure. I'm not used to working without bent chain nose. You get in the habit of using something, right? Just give that a little clip. Now, we've got our little burr on, actually mine's sitting right on top of that crystal. So when you push that down, you want to be really careful that you don't crush your crystal. Not like I've done that 10,000 times. But it is Swarovski, so it's got a little bit of, it's expensive. All right, I'm going to turn that around too because I really like mine. I like the sort of what I call the good part turned the right way, and obviously I didn't do that. All right, so I'm going to open up my ear wire. So to do that, I want to make sure that I open it up like a jump ring, and I'm going to open it up like this way. I don't want to open them that way, okay? And pop my little earring on there, and there you go. There's our first little pair of snowflake earrings. So you can see how easy it is to do. Super cute. All right, so I'm going to pop one of those on our, maybe I'll put it there so you can see. Okay, oh, I'm liking this new tablet. This is a whole lot better. I can see more of what I'm doing, and I can see if you guys are saying anything, although everybody's quiet today. Is it the rain? Do you think everybody's just hunkered down watching bad movies today or something? Because I don't know where everybody else is that's watching, but ugh. It's like a deluge out there here. Just ugh. Don't even want to go out. Even our dog, she looks outside and goes, yep, no, I'm staying inside, Mama. So, speaking to the dog, because I got to find something to talk about in between all these wraps and things. We took her to doggy daycare the other day for the first time because I need a bit of a break. It's hard to have her here and get things done in a productive fashion. So we took her to doggy daycare, and she was there for 4 hours, sort of on a trial basis, Picked her up, and I think she looked at me like, they tried to kill me, Mama, because she was so exhausted. She came home, she could barely walk up the stairs, and she flopped down for basically, about 36 hours. She finally got her spunk back today. Oh my God, it was so cute. All right, so there we've got our second pair going. So I'm going to be taking her there 3 days a week now. So for 3 days a week, she's going to be completely exhausted, which is actually great because then she won't be a nincompoop at night. because she's a puppy, she can be so goofy. Which is fine, but you know, sometimes you get a little tired. Okay. So you can see there, I've got the second pair done. So to make a complete pair of earrings, 5 minutes. It doesn't take very long. And again, I got to be super careful because that's on top. This wire is pretty squishy. Oh, and I did it again. I did it backwards. Good Lord. How many years have you been making earrings, Kelly? Oops. This craft wire is really bendy. So it kind of rolls around a bit. I actually prefer working with sterling silver, but most people's pocketbooks don't. All right. There you go. First little, oops, they're kind of bouncing around. So first little pair of cute little snowflake earrings. So there's pair number 1. All right. This one's always everybody's favorite. It's so simple, but it's really cute. So I've got a bald headpin. It's got just a little bit of a ball on the bottom because I want to take up a little more space on the bottom of this piece. So we have these really great ones, and they're about a 20 gauge, so they're a bit heavier. So I'm now going to put on a 6mm rondelle, and what that is sort of like the base of a tree. Now you have to put on a bead to take up the inside of the cone that I'm going to put on. So I'm just going to put on a 6mm bicone. It can be green. I didn't have any green, so I used red because, you know, red, green, whatever. You could use clear, whatever you have. Because I'm going to then be putting on these tiara cast cones. Sorry, there's people talking at the counter and it's kind of loud there. So I'm going to be putting on these tiara cast cones, and if I don't put that little 6mm bicone in there, they just kind of fall down. So what we're trying to create is a little Christmas tree here. So now you can put a green bead on the top. You can put a clear one for a star, whatever. I just happen to have some little 4mm green bicones. So that's what I put on the top. So you're just creating a cute little pair of Christmas tree earrings. So I want to sort of push that down so that I get that bicone in there. I'm going to bend away. And then I'm going to do a little loop. And I am definitely going to need some... Colleen, could you grab me a pair of... Or maybe I can do this. I need some bent chain nose. No, I can't do it. This wire, thanks. I can't. If I get up, then I have to unplug. These wires are like 20 gauge, so they're down in the second one there. Just the little black ones. No, second one from the end. Yeah, you had your finger on it. Just the little black bent ones. Thank you, ma'am. I forgot to get them. Okay, so because this wire is really heavy gauge and it's kind of small there, I just don't have the thumb control to pull it around. So there we go. Now I can get a nice clean wrap in there because, you know, my OCD. I got to have nice, neat wraps. They're a little heavier gauge than I usually work with, but they're the only ones that we can get that have balls on them that we like. So on this one, because it is heavy gauge and we're going against the crystal, I have to be really careful. So, it's Colleen and having another energy drink.
I need my caffeine.
You need some caffeine today, Colleen?
Yeah.
See, like there's days like today where I really wish that I drank coffee or liked caffeine because I'm tired. I actually slept 9 hours. I woke up at 8 o'clock this morning, which I never do. Ever. I taught a class last night and I was up a little later and I was pretty bushed. Okay. So there we go. There's our second pair of earrings. Cute little Christmas trees. So these are probably one of our most popular Christmas earrings. You can see how easy that was, like just took seconds. And, you know, these earrings you can make for just, you know, dollars. Like they don't cost a whole lot. You're not going to break your bank making this. So again, I'm putting on my little 6mm rondelle, 6mm bicone, and then these little tiara cast. These are like their medium-sized ones, I believe. And I think we'll get them on the website. We always bring in lots at Christmas because people make a lot of these earrings. So I'm really behind, though, when it came to Christmas ordering. So I have to try and get that done pretty quick because before we know it, we're going to be right into Christmas. Isn't that crazy? So sometimes I wish we had a door. Colleen, could you go ask them to turn it down? Just away from the door. So I was just whispering to Colleen because the people standing at the door, it's really loud. and I'm trying to do this video. All right. Sorry, so many things to do while I'm trying to make jewelry. It's craziness. All right, thanks, Colleen. God, I'm gonna have to be paying Colleen like $1 million an hour for all the things I ask her to do all the time.
Your personal assistant.
I think you are my personal assistant, and the dog walker and the dog poop picker upper. She does it with a smile on her face. She probably goes home and says to her husband, I hate her, but.
Never.
All right, so there you go. Second pair of earrings done like really, really quick. Sorry they get so bouncy. But there, we can see how quick we got another pair of earrings there. Okay, so that's pair number 2. Now for my favorite ones. These ones are going to take a little bit longer, so I want to get those ones done. And let's see if I can remember how to make the little stinkers. All right, so what I've got here are some little, they're just little tiny black rondelles. You could use a little round, like this is about a 4mm, so like a 3x4. You could also use a little 4mm round, because what we're making is little feet. So I'm just going to create little bobbly kind of feet here. And again, I don't want very big loops on these. So I'm just going to kind of get these made up. So all I'm doing is just putting my round nose pliers on, bending, turning them, and making just a little loop. Because I just want to, so there's like one little set of feet. Okay, so then I'm going to, you know what, I've got a picture of it because I don't think I've made these in a while. I have to remember what I'm doing. Is that bad? Oh yeah, that's what I did. Okay. Yeah, I guess we only have 2 feet, don't we? I don't need to make 4 of them. Oh no, I guess I do. No? Yes, because we have 2 ears. Oh, sweet. Sometimes the elevator does not make it all the way to the top floor. So we're making like little snowmen, or I don't know what these, they're not really snowmen. They're like little elves with feet or something. They're just really cute. But they sell out all the time, so I never have any left over to look at. And when I was trying to think of what I could make for this video, I'm like, oh yeah, my little guys, they're cute. Okay, so now I want to take some 22 gauge craftware and I'm going to make the body. Okay, so I am going to just bend away and make a little loop. And I want this one sort of medium size because this is where the feet have to dangle from. And I'm going to wrap that up. And I think I'll do 3 wraps. Sometimes I only do 2 if I don't want a really long body, but on this one it's fine. And then come underneath and making sure I use the flush side. I'm going to trim that off and hold that when I do so it doesn't go flying. Okay. And now I'm going to build the little body. So I've got these little teardrop beads, and I've got mine in red, but you could make them with black or clear or white or whatever you want. I guess you could use green, whatever you want. It's Christmas. And then a little 6mm pearl.